Fresh 102.7.
Hey, Facebook.
What's going on?
Hey, do you guys know who this is? It's the one and only Nick Jonas. And I'm Trey Morgan. We're here at the Adorama studio in New York City. You, my friend, are busy.
It's been a busy couple weeks.
Yeah, your album just came out.
Yep.
Last year was complicated.
Last year was complicated.
It's like birthing an album. That's what I've heard. I've never given birth.
I've never given birth, but I imagine that it would be comparable to releasing an album.
Yeah.
No, it's been amazing. You know, the response has been incredible, and I've been able to enjoy it as well, which is kind of rare. You know, I think that these times are always so busy that you kind of get lost in the mix. But I've taken a couple moments to celebrate and just be thrilled that it's out.
I listened to the entire album last night.
Oh wow, thank you.
I now know what your favorite profane word is.
What's that?
Well, I can't say it, but there are two words that you say a lot, and there's the F word.
Yep.
And then there's the S word.
Yeah.
I mean,
they just sound really good in songs.
And you sing them really well.
Consonants.
It would be like four
Vowel
words
sounds.
Later that I'd be like, oh, he just dropped the F word.
Yeah.
But that one's your favorite. You use that one, I think.
Well, sometimes you just need that punch, to get the point across.
No.
And those words help.
Yeah, no. If you're really passionate about something, you drop the F word.
Correct.
If something's really terrible, you drop the S word.
Yeah. Or if it's fun, like in bacon, for instance, it's kind of, I say it there.
Bacon was a lot of fun.
That's currently my favorite one.
Bacon is.
Yeah, just because the response to that one's been pretty incredible.
I really liked Voodoo. I thought that was
thanks.
It was almost tribal. It was almost like a tribal alternative sound.
It's kind of inspired by some of that old, older school hip hop, a little like, late '90s vibe.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I actually did that here in New York City.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like it. I can
Maybe
feel the city.
New York vibes.
I can feel the city in it.
Yeah.
Something I found interesting. I was reading up, and the album title, you weren't going to name it. Last year was complicated.
No.
What I read. Like, who helped you name the album?
Well, I had a different title picked out. I was going to name it Unhinged, which is one of the songs on the album.
Yeah.
And then I had a meeting with Jay-Z, who's now partners with my manager, Phil McIntyre.
You started to say it so casual. Then I had a meeting with Jay-Z. Like,
well, it's confusing if I don't clarify who it is. But it is cool.
That's so cool that Jay-Z, you had a meeting with Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, and he's now a part of sort of the whole thing. So I played him the record, and we were talking about the next steps and everything. And he said, I think after hearing the body of work, after I've gotten to know you better, there's a better title out there somewhere. And he said, what was this last year of your life like for you? And I said, last year was complicated. And he was like, that's the title.
And that's why he's a genius.
That's why he's Jay-Z.
Like, just ask you one question, name the album, and it's brilliant. What was your favorite song on the album to make?
To make? Well, that week here in New York, I was with Jason Evigan, who did Chains with on the last record.
Yeah.
And this guy, Dwayne Whitmore, a really talented songwriter friend of mine. And we basically got to New York, started recording at a studio that I love here in Chelsea, and just fell into a vibe. So we did Voodoo, we did, what was the other one? Comfortable, which I love.
That's a good one.
And The Difference. And then we recorded Champagne Problems, even though it was written somewhere else. But it was a really productive week and just fun, just to be here in the city and create and vibe out.
And Comfortable, when I was listening to that, I was like, I got a little Justin Timberlake vibe from that.
Yeah, it's got that vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
I had spent some time in London right before I recorded it and wrote it, so sort of the drum and bass feel was there, and some of the, again, older hip-hop influences and things like that. It was fun.
And you proved that you can hit the falsetto throughout the album.
Trying.
Doing
my best.
You did it much better than I ever could. Definitely. And every time I hear a falsetto on a man, except for Sam Smith, I think Justin Timberlake.
Interesting.
Because Sam Smith...
You don't think Frankie Valli first?
Well, no. I mean, I'm not 60. But thank you for thinking it.
No, I mean, I love Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Billy Joel tonight. I'm really excited.
At the Garden?
Yeah.
I saw him last year. Have you seen?
Nice.
Have you ever seen him?
I've never seen him.
I mean, it's going to be like 2 hours of nonstop hits.
It's awesome. I can't wait.
Like, you're going to be singing along. You're going to be embarrassed by how much you're singing along.
I need like a good night of hearing some live music, so I'm excited about it.
He's a performer. And at his age, to see him like an hour and a half in, still banging on the keys, still hitting the high notes. Like,
it's awesome.
It's incredible. One of my favorite shows of all time.
That's cool.
Let's talk about something else. Let's look over at Facebook. How are these comments working on Facebook, by the way? Does anybody know? Do you know?
Yeah, probably a hashtag that was created, and then you
Was there a hashtag created?
No, it's right in the comment section right
Or-
there. I'm seeing them. Maybe you're not
Oh, here we are. Yeah, no, I see them right now.
All right,
You want to answer a couple fan questions?
Let's do it.
Is that all right? Melissa Gomez. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
She says, will there be an up close and personal event? I think that's for us. With Nick, maybe in the future, if he's not too busy to come back.
Well, we're back in town for the tour, July 8th or 9th. So,
So
I think
maybe
we're trying to
like,
work something out for that.
if we can work out the schedule, maybe we'll have him back, and he'll perform in this
fun.
the Adorama Theater. All right, this one's actually cute. Melissa Rivera. It's her 21st birthday.
Happy birthday.
And she said it'd be everything to get a B-Day wish from you, Nick. There you go.
Happy birthday. Make sure you got your friends with you on your 21st so that you don't get too drunk. And if you do, they'll have your back. You're fine.
Yeah, then you have plenty of people around. I don't know who this one's for, but Bethan Knight says, I love you. That could be for either one
I
of
think
us.
it's for you.
Probably, yeah. I'm definitely
I'm
gonna go
thinking
with
it's
me.
for you.
Definitely going to go with me. So keep on sending in your comments. We'll read some of them out. I wanted to talk to you about the vigil in New York City that you spoke at.
Yeah.
Why was that so important for you to be there and to speak?
You know, the LGBT community has been so supportive of me for so long, and you know, I was immersed in the Broadway community here at an early age and made a lot of really close friends.
You were like 7 when you started, right?
Yeah. And, you know, so it's a part of my world in a big way, and obviously I woke up to the news like everyone else did, and was heartbroken, and just, you know, was aware the vigil was happening, and asked to be a part of it in any way I could to show my support. And I was asked to speak, and I just spoke from the heart, and just, you know, tried to, you know, say whatever I could that would help in any way. And you know, it's obviously a terrible tragedy, and really so horrible. And I think, you know, it was a powerful night, and you know, I was honored to be there, and hope we see some change in the country so that things like this don't happen.
I mean, definitely. There's one thing that I find admirable about you and Dimmy is that both of you are so willing to speak your minds about social and political issues that affect you guys. Has that always been something for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, there's this thing you have to sort of sort out for yourself, which is you have a platform, and it's important to speak about things that you're passionate about and that you want your fans to be aware of. You know, but also I'm aware that you can't always make everybody happy, you know, and there's a balance of that. And with some of these bold statements where you're trying to see great change or just trying to influence world change in some way, you know, there's a part of that that can be complicated. But I really admire Demi for it and what she's done on all her different platforms, speaking out and being open about things. And I think I am trying to do that myself and grow in that way. And you know, it's a good thing. I don't take the responsibility of that platform lightly, and when I can speak up, I think it's important.
And you say you can't make everybody happy, and I wasn't going to bring this up, but you said that line. There's been a little backlash on the internet after you speaking at the vigil, which I think is insane because...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's insane as well.
And it's mostly because you're heterosexual, because you're straight, and there are some parts of the LGBT community that are saying, why is he here? He's not one of us. But
yeah,
I've heard you say we're all people.
We're all people. We all deserve love, and we're all equal. You know, and that's the key. Stonewall is literally, that's what it was built on. And so for ignorance on that level, it's kind of astonishing to me.
Yeah.
But again, I'm aware of the fact that you can't make everyone happy, and the good change from situations like this are what you need to focus on. You know, and I think that I'm humbly in a spot where I'm able to speak and you know, share what I can in moments of real tragedy that will hopefully bring some encouragement and light to a really dark situation. And that's where I keep my focus.
Do you read the bad press?
I mean, about like things like that, no. But I mean, reviews and stuff of the album, I'll read it and I'll like get into it. But there hasn't been a lot of bad press about the album, which is amazing. So
No, the album's fantastic.
that's incredible. I'm so excited about it, and you know, that's the focus.
You and Dimmy did carpool karaoke recently.
Yes,
It looked like the most fun day ever.
it was so fun.
How long does it take to shoot a carpool karaoke?
It takes about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's hot. The car's really hot because you can't have the AC on because it'll make the mic sound crazy.
Of course.
So we were sweating our asses off, but it was fun.
Did the car smell like a new car? Did it smell like hamburgers and French
No, it
fries?
smelled like a car that's been lived in, but not like hamburgers and French fries. More just like a regular car smell.
Yeah. So no,
Yeah.
because I was certain that it was going to smell like food.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. There's just something about James Corden. He seems to me like the kind of guy who would, on his way
Yeah.
home, pick up something to eat.
Maybe. I
And-
mean, it smelled like a normal car to me, but there could have been.
No,
food
there
by
probably
it.
wasn't. I'm just being an a-hole. It's fine. Let's look at the Facebook Live to get some more questions. Will you perform? This is from Isabella Martinez Luna. She says, you're going to perform Unhinged during the Future Now tour. I really love the song and would be amazing to watch you perform it in San Jose this August.
Nice.
Exclamation
Unhinged is
points.
one of my favorite songs on the album. I think I will. It feels like it'd be a good moment that would translate live well. And, you know, might even be a good moment, because what Demi and I are doing is creating a night of music. It's not my set and her set. It's a continuous show. So, you know, it could be something where Unhinged rolls right into Stone Cold, and it's kind of a nice moment there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We're putting the show together in the next couple weeks.
Look, she just helped with the set list. Thank you. That's pretty awesome.
Nice. Thanks for your help.
Oh, by the way, your brother happens to be in a pretty popular band right now,
Yes.
too.
It's awesome.
Do you and Joe, are you guys competitive at all?
I mean, naturally you're competitive with your siblings,
Yeah.
but not really on the music front. You know, we kind of keep those separate. I mean, sports and stuff, yeah, for sure. But we were roommates. We just bought a house together in L.A., and we, you know, we're never there, but
Yeah.
we do have a place. And he actually came out yesterday, I guess, but it was the night before, Wednesday night.
Yeah.
He had a show in Houston, got right on the plane, came out for my album release party, which was really nice.
That's awesome.
And hung yesterday. It was great.
What's Kevin up to?
Kevin's killing it.
What's he? I haven't.
Part of an app development company that's doing very well.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
And, yeah, and like a marketing thing. And then on top of that, he's building homes and he's making babies. So,
Hold on.
yeah.
So, like, he just completely left music.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done with this. You guys do it.
Yeah.
That's
And
insane.
and he's killing it.
That's incredible. Does everybody know this? Or am I the only one who doesn't
I don't know
this?
if everybody knows that or not. I mean, he's kept a pretty low profile.
An app development company.
Yeah.
What
He's-
apps?
he's
Do you know
very
any of
happy.
the apps that they've developed? Would we know any?
They've had a few that have gone like right to #1, like games, you know, lifestyle apps. One of my favorite ones is Cubed, and then they have this one called Trump's Wall, which you should check out. It did very well.
Trump's wall?
Yeah.
Like Donald Trump's wall?
Yeah, you build the wall, and then
Oh, I love it.
it's a satire. So
Yeah.
don't think that you know but it's funny and it you know it was like #1 on iTunes for me.
All right, so download Trump's wall. It's on both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Both Droid and iOS. All right, when's the... Oh, man. Sorry, Sarah Alexander. When is the next music video you made coming out?
Very soon. We're actually finishing the video today, and hopefully within the next week or two it'll be out. But it's for Voodoo, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the next video.
Well, we kind of made a video for most of the songs on the record, which I felt was really important, that there'd be visuals for everything, because when I hear music, I think in a really visual way, and wanted to translate that into the music, and so that's what I've been doing.
Is Voodoo half as sexy of a video as Close was?
Voodoo is basically the concept of the video is me and my friends down in New Orleans having a night
Gotcha.
kind of out in New Orleans, and then we released a Bacon video, and what happens is the Voodoo video will run seamlessly into it, so you could watch them
I
back
love
to
it
back.
when people do that,
Yeah, it's cool. But it was a really fun night. We had like you know, a march down Bourbon Street and with a huge marching band and people. It was really fun.
I mean, that's stuff that normal people like me don't get to experience. That must...
I experienced it, but it's not something that happens all the time. It was
Yeah.
really special in that moment, and I was so thrilled. I mean, New Orleans is such a great city.
Yeah.
And I shot Scream Queens there and had some time to get familiar with a few places. So, you know, I felt like I knew kind of where to go and what to do. It was fun.
You're going to start acting more, from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I do a show called Kingdom, which is in its 3rd season now. Been an amazing project to be a part of. And then this film Goat, which was at Sundance, got a really great reception in Berlin Film Festival. You know, so that and then more stuff coming up since those projects have been well received.
Is there an actor working right now that you would like to emulate their acting career?
Well, I think, you know, it's a balance of the dramatic stuff, because all the stuff I've done most of the stuff I've done is pretty dramatic, except for Scream Queens,
Yeah,
which
that
was
very funny. Yeah.
But I like the comedy a lot. I'm more drawn to kind of dark comedy and that vibe. So, I think someone that balances both.
Yeah.
The dramatic stuff and the comedy. So I think Channing Tatum is actually someone that's done a good job of kind of being able to do both. Mark Wahlberg, obviously, even Matt Damon,
Yeah.
that kind of zone.
Yeah. Did you see? What was it? What was the name of that movie? Life on Mars. Where he's on Mars?
The Martian.
The Martian. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Life
awesome.
on Mars.
He killed
Life on
it.
Mars is like a TV show.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
sci-fi show?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to some more Facebook Live questions. Sorry, Melissa, your name is Melanie, so sorry about that. Nick, I love all of your recent interviews. Fallon was hilarious.
Thank you.
Have you thought of doing some sort of regular online update while you're away on tour, some sort of like vlog or something?
Well, I'm doing a documentary series with Tidal, and we've released 2 episodes. The third one's coming out, I think, today or next. I don't know what it is, but it's basically it is kind of that. It gives people a better look at kind of the journey of releasing the record, making the record. I've actually learned a lot about myself from making this thing, and I think it's opened me up a lot, which is maybe why she's calling out some of the more recent interviews. Just because I've been able to feel more free and kind of have fun with it, Yeah. It doesn't all need to be serious all the time. You can have some fun.
You can goof around.
Yeah, and it's been great. So check that out. It's kind of what you're talking about. It's not me with like a vlog and that kind of vibe, but I don't know that I'd be too good at that.
Yeah. Now, it's exclusively on Tidal? So
yeah,
you gotta pay
but
this
for a week, it's on Tidal, and then it comes out on my Vivo page.
Oh, okay, so it's accessible to everybody.
Yes.
I also saw that you might stop making albums.
Yeah, well, I said this yesterday in an interview, just because I think it's an interesting thing right now. It was an interesting time in music where it's evolving in such a big way, and the traditional album models is kind of getting lost for a lot of people. I mean, even for me, I'm streaming more, and I'm pulling some of my favorite tracks from an album, putting it on a playlist, and doing that kind of thing. And you look at people like Drake or even Calvin Harris, who have been really smart about just putting out singles, keeping things alive and exciting, and not being tied to this is the single for the album, because that old structure doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
So the point I made was that this may be my last traditional album release, and I might just go to a different model that makes more sense for where I want to go as an artist, which could be, again, I don't know, 12 singles over 12 to 18 months, and just kind of do it that way. Plus, I could pair a visual with each one. There's so much more you can do, and being on the forefront of that evolution, I think, would be fun.
Yeah, and it ends up giving you a little bit more time and freedom if you're not trying to meet the deadline of putting out a 12-song album.
Yeah, for sure.
You can sit down and I'm working on this song, these visuals, have it all tie together and really make sense for you, then work on the next project.
Totally.
So, yeah. When I first read the headline scared me because I thought you were retiring.
No, I should have said that. That would have traveled.
Yeah, I'm retiring
23.
from music.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Facebook Live. We can take a few more questions. Abby, I hope you understood the answer. She's put, you're going to stop making albums, sad face.
No.
So,
More, essentially, lots more music, but
lots
just
more music.
less, CDs.
All right, let's see what we got. Nick, love you. Now it's just going to be a parade of Nick, love you. This is what we're going to get now.
Much love.
Let's see. How much more time do we have? 5 minutes? Okay. I want to try something with you.
Okay.
If you're game, because you said that we can talk about anything we want.
Yeah.
So I want to do something called fact or fiction with you.
Okay, let's do it.
So here's all you have to do. You have to tell me one true sentence and one lie, and then our Facebook friends and I will try to figure out which one's the lie.
Okay.
You got to try to fool them. I'm easy to fool.
Okay.
All right.
Fact. Or do I say what it is or not?
No, you don't say what it is. We
I
try to
said
guess if it's fact
two
or
things,
fiction. Yeah.
okay.
2 things. 2 sentences.
Okay. I got a pocket knife as a gift when I was 9 years old and nearly cut my finger off with it by accident.
All right. And what's the other one?
I broke my knee skateboarding when I was 12 years old.
All right, so pocket knife or skateboarding.
Yeah.
All right, which one's the lie, Facebook? They're totally gonna know this because they know everything about
Probably
you.
not. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever spoken about the pocket knife.
Meanwhile, Jessica Harding wants to know if you'll marry her. While we wait on these to come in.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Jasmine says the first one is a fact. I think the first one's a lie, but hang on, we'll see. Lie, skateboard. Skateboard is a lie. Second is a lie. I love you, Nick. I think 2 is a lie. Everybody thinks that one's a lie.
Well,
Broken knee is
correct.
a lie.
They're correct. The first one's real.
The first one's real. You
Fact.
almost chopped off your finger?
Yeah. You can
With
see
a
the
pocket
scar
knife?
right there. Like kind of.
wow.
Yeah.
Who's it a gift from?
From friends from Switzerland. They came to see me at a Broadway show. They gave a 9-year-old a pocket knife, which is probably not the smartest idea in the world. I was playing around with it, and my mom took it away from me. She was like, "You're gonna cut yourself." And I was like, "Whatever," you know. So she put it in a drawer. I went and grabbed it out of a drawer. Walked outside to like show off to a friend. Took an apple. and was like, check this out. Cut through it, but I kept going, and it literally was just hanging.
Hanging, it was that severe?
It was the bone, the whole thing.
Wow, that's disgusting.
It's really disgusting. But actually, it ended up helping, because this is, you know, I use this finger when I play guitar.
And so you don't feel the tip as much? Yeah.
So when I started playing it first, and it was like hurting.
Yeah, all your other fingers hurt, but that
this one was fine.
was a bloody stump, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, just, I don't feel anything.
Really? That's amazing.
I don't know how they managed that, but it went
Like,
to
you wouldn't even
there.
notice.
See the end of the scars there?
Yeah.
You can't see this. We're just having our own little...
You were just weirdos. I just feel really weird looking at your hand. All right, let's take a couple more questions. Quickly ask a question, like a legit question. We know you love Nick. We know. But let's get a couple of questions that you need to have answered. Shelby says, ews, at the story about you.
Yeah.
A
A lot of love. Thank you,
lot of
guys,
love.
But,
You're so strong
I'm
for pushing
overwhelmed.
through the pain. That's what one
oh,
person
wow,
said.
thank
Yeah.
you. It's taken me, you know, 15 years. But,
Victor Padilla, I think is how you pronounce his name. He says, any word on NJ ambassadors?
yes.
What's the word?
We had a big meeting last night, actually, about it.
Really?
Do you know what they're talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So basically, I
Like a street team for you?
kind of. I announced on Twitter a little while ago that, you know, I felt like I want to have a deeper connection with the fans. I really wanted them to take ownership of my success because they are a humongous part of it. But I want to do something different and creative. So I built this thing where basically I'm going to build an ambassadorship across the world from different representatives who will be my eyes and ears on the ground. And, you know, not just excited fans, but people that really want to get active and get out there and connect to other fans, want to build content, be a part of building events for fans when I'm in town. And we actually narrowed it down to a sort of select group and made some decisions last night, and soon we'll be announcing all that. But it's very exciting, and we'll hold a big meeting once we select them all and do all that right before the tour starts and kind of get things rolling.
You're that involved in this? You're actually picking out
the
ambassadors?
Yeah,
That's impressive, man.
I'm a big Game of Thrones fan.
Who isn't?
And I got my small council together yesterday.
Nice.
It was me and two people from my management team, two of my friends, and we just sat and talked about it and kind of went through all the videos of the finalists, basically.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
All right, well, I think we're wrapping up here, which is a bummer. I think something we should think about is once you select your ambassadors, when you're back, maybe we can talk about doing like a little get-together here in the theater.
Awesome.
That would be
Love
awesome.
that.
There's a lot of, like, none of that is set in stone. There's a lot of talking that would have to go on behind the scenes. He's got a busy schedule, and he's totally awesome, so we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for coming. Facebook Live.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having Nick with us. Good luck with the tour. Congrats on the album.
you.
And thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.